Fight!
In the 1980s, Disney started a true revival in their feature animation department, trying to recapture the magic from their early days, resulting in classics like The Great Mouse Detective and The Little Mermaid. During those years, Sega started to make plans for the international launch of their new console, the Mega-Drive. To appeal to a Western audience, Sega secured the rights to make Disney video game adaptations. But were licensed games really a guarantee for success? Their first product was Castle of Illusion, starring Mickey Mouse, released in 1990. This charming platformer, inspired by the classic Disney movies, set the bar high for future titles. The game was followed up by two spiritual sequels, Quackshot and World of Illusion. But the first Disney movie tie-in was for the animated masterpiece, Fantasia. Unlike the Illusion titles, the game was developed in America by Infogrames. Unfortunately, the gameplay left much to be desired, particularly in the way of stiff controls. The adaptation of The Little Mermaid fared much better, partly because the developers decided to turn it into an underwater adventure more geared towards a younger audience. But the Disney games reached new heights with Aladdin. The massive success of the movie caught the video game publishers by surprise, especially considering there was no game adaptation until a year after the movie premiered in theaters. Sega still held the license for a video game adaptation, and they awarded the project to Virgin Interactive, who already had critical success with Cool Spot and Global Gladiators. But like the creation of the movie itself, lead programmer David Perry and his team were faced with several challenges. They were tasked to develop the game in only 3 months, to get the game in stores before the holiday season. Another Disney game in development, Jungle Book, proved to be the key. They were able to transfer a lot of elements over from this project and use them as a basic template for Aladdin. In Aladdin, you play through the key locations of the movie, following the storyline closely, as the game takes you through the desert, Cave of Wonders, and the Sultan's Palace. Aladdin can attack by swinging his sword or throwing apples. The gameplay is a good mix between platforming and action. There are also magic carpet riding segments and bonus levels to provide even more variety. All the action was accompanied by a skillful arrangement of the award-winning score. The 10 levels offer a decent challenge, and the developers added several Easter eggs for the players to discover. For example, the Mickey Mouse ears hanging on the rope in the desert level. Stand on the right location to get a 1-up. Aladdin was praised by video game critics for its smooth character animations. The secret behind this was Virgin Interactive's proprietary technique called Digicel. Digicel compressed the sprites in a very efficient way, allowing more frames of animations to be stored on the 16-megabit cartridge. On top of that, the character animations were all drawn by Disney artists with the involvement of the original directors, which guaranteed the authentic Disney look. Aladdin became one of the most successful Mega Drive games, with over 4 million copies sold worldwide. However, the key team behind Aladdin left the company shortly afterwards to start Shiny Entertainment, the studio that pioneered another well-made platformer, Earthworm Jim. Groovy! Sega's involvement with Disney movie tie-ins pretty much ended after Aladdin, although they would still continue releasing games in the Illusion series. Virgin Interactive, however, continued their involvement with The Lion King, but without Perry and his team to work on the project, Virgin decided to outsource development to Westwood Studios. In 1994, The Lion King hit theaters. Despite the movie being handled as a B project within Disney, it became a smash hit almost instantly. And for the first time, moviegoers could relive the story on their home consoles, since the video game adaptation was available when the movie premiered in theaters. Take control of Simba in his fight to claim his rightful place as the Lion King in this action-packed platformer, with levels ranging from the colorful I Just Can't Wait to Be King stage to the 3D action in the Stampede. As a cub, Simba can roar to momentarily stun the smaller enemies or defeat them by rolling, whereas Lion Simba can use his razor-sharp claws to slash enemies. The various beetles restore or extend Simba's life bar. Simba's sidekicks, Timon and Pumbaa, make their appearance in the bonus stages, where they have to catch falling bugs. The Lion King has the same level of polish as Aladdin, and it's hardly noticeable that the game was made by a completely different team. The difficulty is once again set fairly high for a kid's game. Lion King became another big hit, although it didn't top the success of Aladdin. However, unlike Aladdin, the same core game was released on multiple platforms, although with varying success. Ultimately, Disney took over the publishing role and produced Pocahontas, a late Mega Drive release. The developers wisely went for a more tranquil gameplay style with less focus on action, resulting in a unique little game that breathes the same atmosphere of the movie. Another obscure but nonetheless great title was Gargoyles, released around the same time as Pocahontas. To make the list of publishers even longer, Capcom and Sony Interactive also made their contributions. But all these games helped to make Disney and the Mega Drive a magical combination, proving that movie tie-ins can result in fun and engaging titles. So tell us, which one was your favorite? Thanks for watching, and if you enjoy classic gaming documentaries like this one, make sure to check out other videos like Secret of Mana, Castlevania, Streets of Rage, or MSX Konami games.